Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Heartland Prowler 212 RD travel trailer. You guys picked a pretty cool trailer here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration: your awning, and then because you have no slide, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. City water connection is going to be here at the rear of the unit, behind your rear tires, and your power the same spot. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you park where you can utilize all the facilities, we're going to go ahead and level our unit. On the front of your unit, you have a power tongue jack, docking light. Simply raise or lower the unit. Now you do have a hand crank that'll fit right in there. Run this up and down if you don't have power. Once you got unit level, next thing you do is stabilize it. Your unit has power stabilizing jacks. We'll start with the front ones right here. We're simply going to hit extend. And as I run these down, I'm going to talk about stabilizing the jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight. Good investment. Put down a 4-pack underneath these. Just run these down just until they're taut. Now as you see, the other side went down first. Sometimes they'll come down together, sometimes they'll come down separately. Point is, remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. You only want to bring these down until our unit is stable. You already have it level and you don't want to change the level. Once you got all 4 of these down, got our unit level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Turn these back up real quick. So on the rear of your unit, over on the off camp side, got your power cord. Big long power cord, 30 amp service. Should you need, at the end of that 30 amp service in your convenience pack, is a 30 to 110 adapter. Get your power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. First and foremost, before we do so, let's talk about your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting water into your city water connect and down here at your black tank flush. Hook up your water pressure regulator, hook up the hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Just to your left of your power is your hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point is make sure our drain plug's back in. Once the drain plug's back in, you know that your hot water heater is secure and you can go ahead and turn on your hose. Once your hose has been on for a little while, go inside, open up your hot water tap. The water is going to come out cold, but once the water comes out of there, you know all the air is out of the lines and you can light your hot water. Do that from indoors. You do have an on-off switch down here, electric element. The only time you ever turn this on down here is if you're hooked up to 110. Turn it on here as well as indoors. Hot water heater doesn't seem to be working. A couple bubbles right here. Come see if them are popped out and just press them back in for a reset. Then you have your pressure release valve up top here. Now let's say we're going to go camping and you're not going to use city water. You can use potable water. We're coming over to your campsite. Is your potable water tank. Now this, you don't have to use a water pressure regulator. If you use a hose to fill it up, 2 ways to tell that it's full. 1, there's an overflow valve right here. Or 2, on the inside where you check your tank levels, press the fresh water button and that'll tell you when this tank is full. Just remember, when using fresh water or potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using your city water. It's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up to camp. Electricity and water, and we're all parked and level and stable. Let's walk you around the rest of the unit and show you a few other things. So starting here in the rear of your campsite, down underneath here, your low point drains. Those are the two you'll drain if you're hooked up to city water. That's the drain for your potable water. Again, your potable water tank. This is a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that, it'll get rather warm. Here are your rear stabilizing jacks. Extend those real quick just to show you those work. Get back up. A couple outdoor speakers, big awning. That is a vent for your microwave. This will hold your door open for you. That'll clip in there. A couple 110s and cable if you want to put a TV outside. On your awnings, I've got it just about all the way out. I'm going to show you how far to bring it out with that flap when we go inside. But on your awnings, if you wanted to pitch the water this way, if it's raining, simply pull down on this pitch arm. That'll tilt your awning, run all the water off to this end. Or you can do the same on the other end. Just pull down to adjust the pitch. Up front here is your big pass-through storage. All of your hitch work. There's your hand crank for your stabilizing, or for your power tongue jack. There's a cover for your propane. Your propane is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. It'll be green if it's on, if it has gas. Check your battery post. Again, your power tongue jack. There it is. I was looking for your solar charge. You can plug a solar panel in right there and trickle charge your batteries. Again, your pass-through storage from the opposite side. Coming down your off-camp side, here's where we'll dump our tanks at, your black and gray tanks. Here's your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Again, your hot water heater, your power, outdoor shower, city water connect, and this is where you hook the cable up at the campsite. Your unit is prepped for a Furrion backup camera and your spare tire. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look inside your unit. So I'd like to point out first, as I come in the unit, is where the fire extinguisher is. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Open your door back up. Up here on the wall is your outdoor lighting and your interior lighting. Here's your awning. So I've got it just about all the way out. You want to run that awning out till that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your bar. And that's as far as you want to run that out. Run that back in real quick. Finish that up in a moment. So there's a Heartland owner's manual that you can scan this barcode and get a hold of. Awning coming the rest of the way back in. And up in your ceiling, your smoke alarm, a couple speakers. You know, the legs of your table will come out. You can set that table right on this lip right here all the way around. Move your back cushions, put on top of that. That'll give you another sleeping quarters. Cable and 110 over here if you decide to hook up a TV. This little button right here. Make sure that's pushed in before you run your digital channel scan. That's a digital channel enhancer. It allows you to pick up more channels. Your RV technology sound system. So take it off Bluetooth to FM. See if we can get anything to come in here.
We're at the casino.
Alright, so there's some music. So whatever's blue is on. Turn it to red, shut it off indoors. Now it's just playing outdoors. You can play indoors, outdoors, or both. You can mute it or hold it in to shut off. AM, FM, auxiliary hookups. Coming over to your fridge, you know the cold fridge controls are up top. Hold this little button in. That's going to turn it on. So the way these read is whatever is blue is what you're controlling, and whatever is white is what you're on. So this one, for example, is white on the freezer. So we're controlling the freezer temperature. 5 is as high as we can go. So we'll go over to the fridge. See the white on the bottom for the fridge. Make the fridge 4. Or down here on the end is a night mode. That's telling the fridge I'm not going to be opening and closing it so much. Save me some power. Let me shut that off. Continuing on the left of your unit here is your furnace. I'm going to turn on your air to start with. Turn it down so it's cold in here. So AC just kicked on. We will shut the AC off and go to your furnace. Turn that heat up. Your AC will shut off kind of quickly. Now your furnace kicked on. Now you'll notice when you shut your furnace off, it takes a moment, a couple minutes actually, for the furnace fan to shut off. Does that on all units. Down on the floor, here's your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector, propane detector. The reason I mention this 12-volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, nothing plugged in charging your battery, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this from running your battery down. Come back into your bathroom. Fan and lighting here. There's your fan. On the wall, here's where you check your levels of your tanks. There's your brand new battery. There's a fresh water button that you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. And your black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked up to gas, and your water heater if hooked up to electricity. Down below that in your bathroom is your 110 with GFCI reset. Come back into the bedroom lastly. Our lighting in here is a switch on the wall to your right. Have individual lighting up there. Prep for a TV up here, 110 and cable. Other than that, just got a little storage underneath here. Not much more to talk about in the bedroom other than when you get ready to leave, make sure that your door here is strapped back and secured. Keep that door from bouncing around. The furnace just shut off. So I mean, I give it a couple minutes. Individual lighting above the sink. Your self-explanatory microwave. Your stove does have a light and a fan. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Simply lift that up. Turn this to light. Hit your spark, and there's your flame. Same thing on the oven. Turn your oven to light. Hit your spark here and then set your temperature. No longer a pilot light. And that about covers everything on the inside. So let's act like we're leaving the campsite. What I like to do is just shut off my main lights here, and then I can look around to see if I have any individual lights on. Say these were on, or the bedroom ones or bathroom. I know all my lighting is off, including exterior. As you come out of the unit, make sure your exterior door is all the way open, otherwise this will catch on it. Lift your steps up, shake them, set them in the door, lock and deadbolt your exterior door, and then lift this handle up and over the door. Now I'm going to open that back up. So just wash your unit. I don't want it to get any wetter in here. Same thing, opening the door, you have to make sure this exterior door is all the way open. We are going to come right here, unhook our cable and unhook our water. Once your water is unhooked, you can go ahead and dump your low point drains. If you're out potable dry camping, dump that blue one over there. Come around to your hot water heater. You're going to lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to let all the hot water out of your lines. Close that back down, then you can pull your drain plug. Bring up our stabilizing jacks, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, you're going to take sewage hose, comes in your convenience pack, hook it up right here, and the first handle you're going to pull is your black handle. Looks to be the right handle. After you pulled that, and it sounds like it's no longer draining, come up here again with your water pressure regulator. Leave that black handle open and hook up your water pressure regulator and your hose. Let that hose run for a good 5 minutes. Wash out your black tank. After you're done there, close your black handle and pull your gray handle. That's going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. And you're going to conveniently come back here and store your sewage hose inside your bumper. In a sanitary place for it. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Prowler for many years to come. Happy camping.